Hello everyone and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. In today's material, we'll briefly discuss if cats have the ability to sense things before they happen, and if they do, how do they do it? Before we get our true sense about this subject matter, let's first take a look at today's topic overview. Cats don't have extrasensory perception, however, they do have sharp senses alongside a mentality of constant vigilance. A cat's superior senses of smell, hearing, touch, and sight mean that they react quickly to events. A cat will see or hear people approaching quickly. Feline paws detect ground vibrations, and a cat's whiskers can even detect subtle changes to air pressure. So, right out of the gate, it's time to do a bit of bubble bursting. There'll be no Halloween tales in this video, no stories of cats predicting the future days in advance or any of that. Although that could make for an interesting video, say around the month of October. That sounds like a good month, October. Now, the answer to the core topic question today is indeed rather simple, believe it or not. Cats, well, they're just that amazing. That's the answer. When you factor in that strong and healthy cats, they have amazing hearing, a superb sense of smell, supreme sight, and even the ability to detect minor ground movements and changes in the atmosphere. Thanks to those whiskers, it could seem like that some magic is indeed at work, when in reality it's really just the remarkable natural abilities of a feline. Before we get rocking and rolling today, my senses are telling me to say thank you. Hello, viewers. We are grateful for your support, and whether this is video number 1 for you or you're at 100 and counting, we love you all. You've made Senior Cat Wellness what it is today, and there is never a bad time to express our gratitude. We hope that you find this video to be enjoyable, informative, with just a touch of humor on the side. Thanks for spending some of your day with us. Much appreciated, and we hope to see you again down the road. Now, let's talk about those feline senses and why it can seem like cats possess a sixth sense. Let's go. More bubble bursting time. While cats do not, unfortunately, possess a true sixth sense, and say that 3 times fast, by the way, they can certainly play the part. Very keen to detail. Keen doesn't even really begin to describe it, to be honest. Enter a room that your cat is already occupying. Yeah, I bet your cat knows exactly what's going on far better than you do with respect to air temperature, vibrations, energy, almost anything and everything in between. Refined conventional senses. That is what puts cats over the top, and what often brings to light various stories and claims that felines can do a bit more than we would ever imagine or would seem possible, almost supernatural, if you will. With the exception of taste and taste buds, cats run laps around us in every other area, a feline's other 4 senses being far superior to our own. While cats certainly can't predict the future in terms of seeing visions of events yet to happen and the like, they are able to see, feel, hear, and smell at elite levels. In the right environment, these senses do have the ability to tip a cat off when it comes to future events long before we can really get a grasp of, well, what's even going on. While that is not a prediction of the future, it is a detection of environmental changes that go well beyond our own capabilities. So, what are a few things that cats could potentially know in advance or perceive in real time? Can they detect things by just walking around and listening? Can smell be a huge game changer? Let's start off with weather events. Shifts in the atmosphere and changes in the air pressure can potentially alert a feline that rain is in the area. It's also been said that felines can potentially detect specific ground vibrations that occur hours or even days prior to an earthquake. What about human health? Do felines know if we're sick? Due to their strong sense of smell, cats know when you are different. Your smell is like your DNA when it comes to how your cat relates to you. Any stark changes to your body, your cat can detect. And I don't mean cologne or perfume. Your cat knows your core smell. It's like a barcode. Your cat, well, it just knows. It's what makes you, you, and not an unfamiliar stranger. Whether your pet is truly able to translate this into the smell of sickness is unknown, but your cat can probably tell when your natural smell has been altered to some degree. Near the conclusion of this presentation, I'll direct you to a very interesting news piece in video form that details the case of a woman who found out she had cancer. What prompted her to get checked out in the first place? Her scent detecting and overall physically persistent cat. Stay tuned for that interesting video here momentarily. If you are currently watching us offsite, as in away from seniorcatwellness.com, I'll provide the link to said video in the description box below. With a combination of sight, sound, and smell, cats can also pick up on your mood, the way you carry yourself. Felines can tell the difference. While this doesn't mean that they'll display an outward action that is different based on your approach, it doesn't mean that they're not aware that something is different in you or about you. Call it change in energy or a different vibe, something along those lines. But cats can detect changes in your mood. Can cats sense fear? Yes, absolutely. However, it's more of a detection than anything else. Cats can recognize tension, they can see it and even smell it. If another cat is fearful, there will not only be a change in the atmosphere, but there'll also be a scent change. Certainly something that we can't recognize, but something, yep, your cat can. This is one of several reasons why injured or sick cats often hide away. It's not only that visual sight of injury or the weakness brought on by a sickness, it's also the smell. A feline can detect a sick or injured cat. The smell of sickness is quite potent, as is that smell of fear and vulnerability. Because there is so much mystery surrounding this topic in respect to how deep cats can really go when it comes to any type of predicting and detecting things through their senses, it can be very easy to to get deep into the weeds with this subject matter. While there is proof that cats can do some rather incredible things courtesy of their senses, so much of it will always go unknown simply because cats just can't get on television and give us their side of the story. They can't confirm to us that they knew something was up in advance. They can't confirm they did whatever they did based on some type of feeling or sensation, a sound or a smell. For example, if you saw a cat running away from a house and jumping into the woods 20 minutes prior to a major earthquake, well, what did it mean? Was it just a coincidence, or did subtle ground rumblings and atmospheric changes tip the cat off to the fact that it was just time to get the heck out of there? No way to know that for sure. It's impossible to know. And one can only assume that because so many of the wonders are impossible to know. And because of this, well, here come those stories. The sky is the limit as to how many stories can be told, and if, just if, cats have some special abilities that we simply can't understand. And of course, that's where that Halloween video comes into play, right? That October special, October surprise? We'll see. And on that note, that will conclude things for the video portion of today's material. However, when we say we are far from finished on the information front, we're not even kidding. We mean it. If you would like to know more, we've got you covered over at seniorcatwellness.com. There you will find a full-length article that is chocked full of a boatload of information that was not mentioned in this video. It's a real treat for this very fun and very unique topic. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, we do encourage you to click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to the article in question, and if you would like to view that aforementioned video that was mentioned here today regarding the lovable feline that detected cancer in its owner, please click the second link in the description box below. It's a very interesting story. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.